Forgive me if any of this doesn't make sense. Please let me know if any points need clarity and I'll make an edit. My head is at a loss right now. Been together for almost 10 years. Met at university on the same course. She was an international student. And she subsequently found work afterwards and stayed to live in the country. She first rented alone, and then subsequently moved in with my immediate family after a few years. Fast forward a few years, we then got married and we now have a 1-year-old and had plans to purchase a house of our own. Up until now, she was my rock, the one and only person I completely trusted with my life and the soulmate I wished to spend the rest of my life with to build a beautiful family. Not to say my family suck, but they have their priorities and I quickly learned that I'm not the most important sibling lol. She was essentially my best friend, not just only my wife. Now, the issue at hand. Once off maternity leave, she had returned to work, which caused her a lot of stress due to changes in management. She found support in the form of a senior colleague who she says has been really supportive and helpful in the transition back to work. This I can understand as we are in the same line of work and I personally know the stresses she is under, especially within the company she works in. My problem is that they text each other in the early hours and late at night, with the odd call at night or when waking. I am not always present at those times due to varying bedtimes and wake up, but I have seen the call logs. So far, she says there hasn't been anything that has completely crossed the line, i.e. no kissing, sex, sexually suggestive texts, etc. The furthest being that they miss each other, and him telling her she's pretty. I had confronted her twice about this situation and said directly to her, I don't know what is going on between you two, but I don't like it. If you wish to break up with me and pursue another guy, tell me first at the very least and we'll either try and work things out or I'll step aside because at least you are honest. She held my hand and promised, "Lol, don't laugh please, I know this sounds so soppy, that nothing is going on and I don't have anything to worry about." Over the next week or two, I catch her texting the guy as she hides her phone and introduces a subject of conversation to divert my attention. I don't confront her at any point. The final straw was when one morning after our little one woke up a tad earlier than usual. She had checked her phone and noticed her mom had called her in the early hours, which is very unusual as she lives across the world with a large time difference. She stepped out the room to call her back. She would normally just ring back in front of me and she always speaks to her mom in front of me. I assume she stepped out due to it being early and our little one may want to fall back asleep. She then came back after a few minutes and got ready for work. I looked through her phone and lo and behold, "Mr. Steele, your girl is the mystery missed call." I also looked through the texts and find that she had also sent a good morning text with a selfie of herself under the covers that morning. I calmed down a bit and left them in the bedroom to nap later. And I blew up on her over text. I would have smashed something if I did it face to face. She admitted to emotionally cheating and kept apologizing, saying she doesn't understand why it happened, etc. Work stress. I wasn't there for her. She even kept lying when I had asked who was calling her this morning, trying to evade answering and even deleting the call log. After a barrage of texts filled with hatred from my side, I then asked her how we should move forward with 3 options. Opening up the marriage, I do not want this but wanted to know where she stands. If she said yes, compete deal breaker and I am gone. Divorce, not sure how co-parenting will work from across the world. Working it out between us, she kept evading again, not wanting to answer as she didn't know what she wants at this point. I then point blank just said, as it stands, you are not ruling out that he is an option? What killed me in her response, I guess so, yes. But whether or not he'll actually pursue anything is a different story. ATM, I like talking to him. There isn't more to it. I had hoped she would be able to denounce that he is someone she is looking at it all to be with. What's broken me is the way she can be so cold-hearted even after breaking my heart. I don't know if I'm expecting her to get on her knees and cry and beg for my forgiveness, but she has just gone cold and quiet and giving me space. At this point, I can't help but feel so fucking insecure and helpless. Spending so much time together thinking we were building something together and not a broken home. No disrespect to single parents or those co-parenting with ex-partners, but I don't think I have the strength to even think about that situation right now. She asked where I stand after all this and I said, honestly, I love you and our child is my priority. I don't know if we can work things out as I can't trust you right now. Am I being a fucking idiot crying over something like this? Has anyone been in this situation before? and it then worked out between the two of you? If you decided to split, how has co-parenting been? And finding a new partner? I'm so fucking angry, lost, and helpless. And I don't have any friends I'm close enough with to confide in. So thank you, Reddit. TLDR. Wife emotionally cheated with colleague, tried to hide it, admitted once confronted. Forgive and work it out or leave.